Welcome back to Primetime Local News. Josh here with Bucky. Not a very winning record for our junior hockey teams. A little more luck on the minor hockey side of things with the PWM Steelers rolling along against Red Deer, and also the Bantam AAA Cats getting a win. But as we said at the top, just not the greatest junior hockey weekend in Lloydminster.
Yeah, the Bobcats go on the road, and you know it's going to be a tough one. They go to Brooks on Friday night, and Brooks is not only one of the best teams in the AJHL, they're one of the best teams in all of Canada. I think they had a record-breaking winning streak on Saturday night and over 20 wins in a row. They go into Brooks, they get handed one 8-0. It could have been worse. It's hard to say that, but it could have been worse. Then they go to Olds, and you know what? Credit to the Nigel and the boys. You get it handed to you in Brooks, and they did bounce back in Olds. Took it overtime, lost it overtime, at least got a point there. And you know, playing third game in 3 days down south is a tough one, and it was a tough one against the Canucks, and they ended up losing that one too. But more than anything, you're hoping everybody's pulling the rope in the right direction. You're getting good production out of young kids. So more than anything, it's hard to take these losses. You know, down the road they're building something, and you know, don't judge the Bobcats now. Judge the Bobcats around October and November of next year when Nigel gets the pieces that he wants in place.
And yes, you look at that versus the Junior B weekend with, excuse me, with the Bandits, and that's a more disappointing weekend. Just 2 losses, but you know, your last 2 regular season games.
Yeah, 2 losses. Wainwright, the defending provincial champions on Friday night there, and then going up to St. Paul on Saturday, a team that they could have faced in the first round of the playoffs. You know what? Before the Christmas break, the Bandits were one of the hottest teams in the Northeastern League. They were 9-1. You know, there were some soft games there too, but they were playing some good hockey. And since then, something fell off the tracks. And coaching staff's wondering, management's wondering, what the heck happened? But since then, they're 2-8. They start the playoffs Friday and Saturday. So more than anything for the Bandits, you hit the reset button right now. Forget about what happened in January. Forget what happened in February. Remember what you did in December. Hit that reset button, get ready, because they go to Killam on Friday. Killam is a tough barn to play in. They're a physical team. It probably brings out the best and the worst out of any team they play against, and it could bring out the best and the worst in the Bandits, and many times it brings out the best, because when you're competing against a team that is full gear, right in your face, playing a little bit of dirty hockey at times, you come up for it and you get ready for it, and you have passion for that game. So looking forward to what should be a good series against Killam. They're back home against Killam next Monday and Tuesday for games 3 and 4. So here's hoping they kind of find what they did in December and hit that reset button and do it in the playoffs. And
you know, because they have Danton Brooks as their starting goaltender, you know, that's a guy who, when he's hot, can win you a game when you're out of position. And we've seen so many times at various levels of hockey, such as the Oilers run in 2006, even a team like the Ottawa Senators recently when they made a run to the conference final. Those type of teams with a hot goaltender, it doesn't matter how you stumble into the end of the season. As long as you're there, if you can reset for that perfect time, you can make a run for it. You know what, more than anything, you go into a series, any playoff series, doesn't matter what team you are, if your goalie can steal 1, maybe even 2 games, and you have to win 4 of those games, that's setting you up for good results in the playoffs. You know, apologies to Dakota Kenyon, who won the top goalie in the Northeastern League, but Danton Brooks, I know I might be, you know, the general manager of the team, kind of think that my kid should have won. Yeah, no bias here.
No bias at all, but Brooks was the top goalie in the league. It doesn't need an award to show it, but by far the best goalie in the Northeastern League. Someone you'd like to have backstopping you between the pipes at the most important time of the season. We'll see if he can do that this weekend in Killam. We'll be back in the next hour on Primetime Local News.